This is the Weather Xtreme video for Friday, TGIF, August the 6th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. And it looks like the heat's going to abate just a little bit, come back, and then maybe abate again, and maybe for the last time. Let's be hopeful. Okay, here's the Skycam network this morning, and there's the shot from Birmingham. And the sun a little higher in the sky because I'm doing it a little bit later than I normally do. And here's a shot from Fayette, and the cirrus clouds certainly obscuring the sun somewhat, but still bright up there in the eastern sky. And a lot of clouds visible as we look out over the Gulf Coast down at Gulf Shores. And just a wonderful, placid, flat Gulf this morning. On the surface map, the front has sagged into the area. It is a rather weak front, so we don't have a great deal of contrast across the front in either temperature or dew point. But that front being in the area could help to enhance our shower chances today, and with those shower chances, the possibility we'll see a little bit more coverage. I'm getting tired myself at my house of being missed completely by these showers. In the upper atmosphere, the reason that the front can sag into the area is we have a nice strong low in the upper atmosphere over southern Hudson Bay area, but it's making its influence felt all the way down to the northern part of the southeastern United States. But it doesn't mean that the heat has really changed a great deal. Certainly at least a little bit more signs. I mean, we were seeing temperatures across the country in those yellow and orange colors, but now at least we see some greens, which are temperatures dropping back into the 50s for the most part. I'm afraid no 50s here in central Alabama. We're still in the 70s doldrums here, with low temperatures getting back primarily into the mid-70s for the most part. QPF-wise, combination of the weak front as well as the sea breeze will confine a lot of the heaviest rain to the coastal areas. But it looks like, and of course this paints a pretty widespread picture. Don't look for that. The nature of showers is that not everybody gets wet. But again, today's and tomorrow are perhaps some of our best chances at getting wet for a lot of folks. Storm Prediction Center outlooking two areas for slight risk, one in the southeastern U.S. along the coast from North and South Carolina into Georgia primarily, but affecting or including a small section of east central Alabama, as well as the extreme northwestern part of the country, where it's pretty much the state of Montana is outlooked up there. And day two, our risk down here is certainly gone, but we do have C-Tex, so it means it's marginal. And then we have a slight risk over the Dakotas and Minnesota primarily. Well, Colin came back with a flare yesterday, becoming all the way back from a mass of clouds to a tropical storm. Plus, we're watching one further out there in the southern Atlantic. Here's the Storm Prediction Center's track for Colin. And that track certainly looks like it's got to be pretty good because of the clustering of all the different models. Unfortunately, Colin doesn't look that great as we look at the satellite imagery. This is the visible satellite imagery of Colin, and you can see the center is certainly open with no significant convection around it, but the convection is all well to the east and northeast of the center. So we'll see how Colin moves along. The 06Z GFS model run shows the front kind of sagging into the area. And the GFS doesn't seem to be as bullish, but I think after what we saw yesterday in terms of the amount of showers that we certainly should see a good number. That trough is still affecting the eastern part of the country, and the ridge staying off to our west a little bit. So on Saturday, today's Friday, it looks like we'll still have a pretty good chance for some showers in the area. The trough does begin to exit as the ridge builds in on Sunday, and so that means that we may see some slight drop in aerial coverage of the showers. The 594 comes back on Monday, and that means it looks like we'll be back into the upper 90s, pushing that 100-degree mark pretty well. The 594 stays with us as the ridge is very strong on Tuesday, and on Wednesday we're beginning to see some changes here, and this is sort of what the GFS trend has been. And by Thursday, the trough coming through the western part of Canada and into the north-central United States begins to make its influence felt even more. And I'm a little interested in that little 588, kind of an upper low showing there on the Louisiana coast. We'll see nothing below that to really show you. And then on Friday, the trough once again showing signs of digging in. And that would certainly be nice because that looks like that means we'll get back to, say, the lower 90s or so. And then, boom, on Saturday, the 14th, certainly looks very hopeful that we could be seeing a significant change. And I know, looking at the surface maps, the heights change dramatically on the order of 100 to 140 meters, and that could be a significant change in our temperatures. Well, going out into voodoo country, and that trough stays with us through the 17th of August, and so that's nice, a little bit of break in the action, but, yep, it comes back. The ridge continues to be strong on the 21st, so while we'd like to get rid of it, it doesn't look like it'll be gone completely. Well, again, thanks for tuning in. Hope to have the next Weather Xtreme video posted first thing tomorrow morning, say between 7 and 8. I did oversleep just a little bit this morning, so I am running just a few minutes late. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great day, and Godspeed.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.